I'm Brian Van from SportBikeTrackGear.com, and today we're going to install Stompgrip tank grip pads on our 2014 STGRoadRacingWorld.com Honda CBR1000RR project bike. For me, this is key. I'm about to ride this bike on the track for the first time. It's kind of late in the year. It's the latest I've ever started, but nevertheless my first ride. And one of the key modifications I need to make before I ride the bike on the track is adding the grip pads. These are the most aggressive out there, and these are the ones that I choose every time because of that. Installing these on the tank allows you to take a lot of weight off your hands. You want to be as light on the bars as possible. These really help to facilitate that and allow you to use your legs. The gas tank is the key pivot on the tank. This is the area where you really are holding on here and in the foot pegs. The controls, you just want to be using your hands to get the motorcycle to do the things you want it to do. You want to try and keep the weight off, so that's what this does. For this bike, we're using the black kit. First time I've used it, I normally use the clear kit, which is a little harder to put on because you have to remove all the bubbles from underneath it because you can see through it, you can see them. With the black one, I'm not going to be able to see it, so it should make this a little bit easier. For this bike, we have a pre-cut kit from Stompgrip. I've looked at the directions to discern which side fits which side of the tank. This is our left side, this is the side we're going to show you the install on today. In preparation for this install, two things that we're going to want to do. First thing is I want to have a great idea of exactly where I want this to land before I put it on. Working off this corner here on the seat pan, the straight line up here on the tank, I've got a good idea of exactly where I want this to be. Step one. Step two, I used an alcohol wipe to thoroughly clean the gas tank. You want to remove any and all wax and polish. Any of that stuff is going to have a negative impact on this adhesive, and if you stick it on there and that stuff is on the tank and mixes in with the adhesive, you're done. You're going to need a new kit. Clean the tank first and allow that stuff to evaporate and dry before you do anything. We're good to go. I'm going to remove the backing partially. Right? I'm not going to pull all the backing off and go for it in one big piece. I'm going to remove about 25% of the backing, and this is going to allow me to work this into position, because you can see I can still slide that piece around where the backing is in place, and I'm going to work from back to front with this kit. Once I get this first area secured nicely, I'm up here, and we're going to pull more of the backing and continue to work from back to front. Huge difference to doing it with this black kit as compared to the clear. Like I said, you don't see any of the bubbles, and I'm sure there are a few that are underneath here, but at the end of the day, it really doesn't make any difference because you can't see them. I'm not going to be on this bike for another couple of days, so this stuff is going to have a great chance to really grab hold nicely, right? So we don't have any issues with it migrating around. Read the instructions and make sure after you've installed your kit, you let it sit for at least as long as they've recommended. In my experience, the longer, the better, and it gives this stuff an opportunity to really get a good bite out of the tank. Now what I want to do is I just want to make sure that I'm really covering all the areas. This is that fiberglass tank cover, flex built into that area. See that as I'm pushing in on it here everywhere. I want to make sure that I've got all the adhesive pushed in place firmly. This is a two-piece kit. So let's have a look at the second piece. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and leave a little bit of a body line there with kind of a cool contrast. This piece is a little smaller, and I'm going to go for this one all at once due to the fact it's got a dramatically reduced surface areas compared to that first one. One thing I'll tell you is they use some really nice 3M adhesive on this, and it has a really firm hold on the backing paper, and it can take you a minute sometimes to get that to get started. Let's get that off of there. like so. And let's come on that right here. Okay. We're just going to go through, make sure you work out any bubbles. See in there. Pull this up just a little bit. There's one big bubble cut right there. Work that one out. And bring it back down. There we have it. I'll chase around a little bit more and just make sure that we've got it all pressed down. This is Stompgrip tank grip pad installation on our 2014 STGRoadRacingWorld.com Honda CBR1000RR.